My name's Kaitlyn Morgan. I'm 17 years old, and I live here in Colorado Springs, Colorado, and I've grown up at New Life Church. And so most of you watching this video probably either know me already or at least recognize me. And I've been really blessed to know a lot of DLAers, and I'm grateful to call them my mentors and my friends today. So getting to your questions, the very first one is about my passion and my heart's desire to do in life. And the best advice I've received is really, I'm never going to do one thing with my life. And that's, my mom told me that. And I really appreciated it because at the time I was realizing that all of my plans were falling apart. And I can't plan the future. And over the years I've really discovered that. The most effective way I've stepped into new opportunities is just by praying for God's will to be done. And submitting my desires to the Lord and being faithful and walking through the doors He's opened, and continuing walking when He's closed them. He's been really faithful in that. So I hope to continue to live my life open to new opportunities I wouldn't have had on my own, and just living in submission to Him. What are my strengths, personal traits, and characteristics? First thing I think of is how much I love being around people, hearing their stories, and spending quality time with them. Just having interpersonal skills is really helpful. The second thing I think of is I love to work hard, whether that's at Chick-fil-A or whether that's cleaning the kitchen at home. I enjoy putting my hardest work and my best foot forward. The third thing I think of is my joyful spirit. I've had friends continually tell me that they've never seen me mad, which is a huge compliment because I love doing things with a happy heart and a joyful spirit. And so yeah, so going to my weaknesses, I think hand in hand with hardworking, sadly, is criticism. I'm very self-critical sometimes, and over the past couple of years, God's been working with me on that and just walking in grace, being okay with making mistakes, going over this video 40 times, I'm pretty sure. But just being myself and letting God move in my messes and my weaknesses. Going on to my hobbies, I love to sing. So if you can't find me, just listen. I'm probably singing down a hallway somewhere. Or dancing. I love to dance. I've always done ballet or lyrical, and now I'm just getting into swing dancing, and that's a lot of fun. I also enjoy going on coffee dates with friends or with my mom. I love that quality time piece again. I also enjoy reading, so whether that's going through a book in several months and really chewing on it, or in a whole day, I love reading, and books are great. And then another thing is I love learning new things, and so right now I'm actually learning the cello, and that's going really, really well, and I hope to continue that on later, so we'll see how that goes. Your next question is how and when I became a Christian. I grew up in a Christian home. I talked about that in my essay. I don't know if you read that yet or not, but so I remember being little and loving Jesus, even as a 5-year-old, and loving having a relationship with Him. But as I got older, I really was frustrated with having such a good home life. I had a lot of friends coming from hard home lives, and so their salvation stories were very colorful, I guess, and mine seemed bland at the time. And so, but as I went into middle school, I read books like Captivating by Stacey Eldridge and Paper Doll by Natalie Lloyd, and those really helped me discover that the adventure and the color is in the everyday journey, not so much as in my salvation story or my testimony, although those are very powerful tools that I believe God uses as well. So when I was 13, I'd say I fully stepped into my identity with Christ, and I would say that I would count that as being saved at 13. How I renew my relationship with Christ on a day-to-day basis. I'm praying throughout my day. That's my most daily thing, is I pray all the time. But I love those times that I get to set aside like an hour and a half, sit on my bed, light a candle, pick up my devotional, and read through the Bible, study scripture, pray the scripture, journal. I love doing that. It's not daily. I wish it was, but day to day, I'm just praying my heart and Um, I do. I search the scripture a lot. Um, you also asked what I'm learning about God and from the scriptures right now. And I would say I'm learning to be his sheep. So like I talked about earlier, just walking in faith and asking for his will to be done. And learning his attributes and learning what sitting in his presence looks like and being with him and who he is. And so I'm excited about that. I really feel like that's what he's teaching me right now. And then you also, most importantly I guess, you asked me why I want to be a part of DLA and what my expectations for DLA are. And first and foremost, I am not expecting DLA to serve me anything on a silver platter. I think that DLA is not going to offer me anything except for the opportunity that I can take on my own volition to get everything out of it that I put into it. And so I'm looking forward to hopefully putting all of my hard work into the King's University classes. I'd like to pay for the college credit and apply that to a degree later on. I'm looking forward to applying my heart and soul in worship during those prayer meetings and really seeking the Lord. And so basically I'm looking forward to the opportunity to seek the Lord and have a year that's set aside just for him. So I hope this video has helped you see a little bit about my personality and my story and why I want to be a part of DLA. Even if you already know me, I hope this has been helpful. And so just thank you for your time. I hope to hear from you soon. Thanks.